So, ich würde sagen, Fubuki ist nächstes. Ja, man sollte mit dem ersten anfangen. Es war übrigens furchtbar aufwendig, die ganzen Erinnerungssplitter zu sammeln. Aber gut, was tut man nicht alles?
This is the first time we have been alone at the agency, Yuma.
Huh. Now that you mention it, I guess you're right. I know. How about I make you some coffee? Or would you prefer some tea instead?
Ich würde sagen, weder noch.
Which is which again?
Huh? What do you mean by that?
Kaffee ist Kaffee und Tee ist Tee.
How to put this? One is dark and the other a bit pale.
Yep.
Which is coffee and which is tea again?
What?
Das Dunklere ist der Kaffee.
Anyway, the darker one is coffee.
Oh, it is? Now that you mention it, that sounds right. However, this is quite troubling. There are far too many moments in my life where I cannot tell things apart.
No, das hat man wohl davon, wenn man so fernab von allem aufwächst.
Just like with coffee and tea, I cannot tell the difference between an elevator and escalator.
Elevator und Escalator klingt auch ähnlich.
Or left and right. Or the day after tomorrow and the day before yesterday. I cannot differentiate many things.
Ist in diesem Gehirn überhaupt was los?
That sounds rough.
Oh, there is more. Until recently, I thought paying reparations meant you were paying a repairman.
Naja, solche... Naja, nicht Schlüsse. Also ich denke nicht, dass es so ist, aber wenn ich bestimmte Wörter höre, dann ziehe ich auch erstmal solche Schlüsse.
That's a new one.
She's such an airhead. I'm surprised she's managed to survive for so long.
Fubuki, have your misunderstandings ever gotten you into trouble?
Na, bestimmt.
Trouble. I suppose when all is said and done, I have managed fairly well. Oh, there was one thing.
Ja.
Really? If you don't mind, can you tell me about it?
Yes, of course. Back when I was around 10 years old. In the neighborhood where my mansion is located, a rumor was spreading about a high school student who could fly. I hoped it was true and wished to meet him, so I went for a visit.
Und er konnte natürlich nicht fliegen.
However, he could not in truth fly, but was rather considered something called a flight risk.
Keine Fluggefahr, sondern Fluchtgefahr.
At this point, it sounds like a comedy skit.
Yep.
Oh, well, it gets worse. He was more than a mere delinquent. People considered him an extremist. Upon discovering I was the daughter of the Clockford family, he kidnapped me and barricaded us away.
Ja, das, was einem so halt passiert im Alltag.
Barricaded?
Yes, he demanded the government revise the Constitution if they wished me to be returned safely.
Alles gut, nur kein Druck.
So, what happened after that?
It was quite a while back, so I cannot really remember. In the end, the laws were changed a bit, and I was released.
Yay.
The laws were... what? It makes sense a master detective, or rather a member of the Clockford family, would have such ridiculous stories. Being unable to tell coffee and tea apart should have been the least of my worries.
Yep.
Master, you and Fubuki seem to have grown closer.
Thank you kindly for keeping me company today. Because of you, Yuma, I have experienced takoyaki for the very first time.
Oh, it's nothing. I'm surprised you wanted to try some in the first place.
Oh? Why is that surprising? Could it be that my face resembles takoyaki, so you believe I am a cannibal?
Ja, das ist bestimmt der Grund dafür.
That's not at all what I'm saying. You don't look anything like takoyaki anyway. It's just that you grew up like a princess. You even got kidnapped because of it. That's why I didn't expect you to want to try takoyaki.
Ah, so that is what you meant. But I am not as high class as you might think. My daily life is rather ordinary.
Das kann ich mir nicht vorstellen.
I sincerely doubt it.
Is that so? It truly felt plain to my eyes.
Ja, weil sie es nicht anders kennt.
Well then, can I ask you a few questions? It helped me get an idea of what it was like for you growing up.
Very well, if that is what is required to satisfy you. You can ask me anything, including my measurements or the password to my bank account.
Solche Details solltest du lieber nicht einfach rausgeben.
No, I don't need to ask about those. Anyway, to start off, how many rooms did your home have?
How many rooms? I never really considered it. First the kitchens. There were 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Ja, was man also in einem normalen Haus hat. Ich bin übrigens in einer 4-Zimmer-Wohnung mit knapp unter 70 Quadratmeter aufgewachsen. Ist ein wenig beengt.
I am beginning
Aber
to grow
gut.
confused. My apologies. I am not very good at counting such large numbers.
Ich meine, ich bin auch nicht gerade das Mathe-Genie, aber das würde ich vielleicht gerade so noch zusammenbringen.
No, that's more than enough for me. There's really no point in asking any more questions, but this is getting kinda fun.
Yep.
Next up, what sort of car did your parents own?
Their car? Unfortunately, there were no cars at our home.
Huh? That's hard to believe. Do you know what cars are? They have 4 wheels and move on roads.
Wie bei so einem kleinen Kind. Wobei selbst Kleinkinder schon wissen, was ein Auto ist.
Yes, I have seen them around the city. But none of those tiny, cute mobile huts were anywhere near my home.
Mobile Hütten. Das ist auch ein interessanter Ausdruck.
Mobile huts? I'm guessing the cars at Fubuki's place are on a completely different scale.
Yep.
Okay, last one. What's the most expensive gift you've ever received?
A gift? Well, I am unsure how expensive it was, but the one that made me happiest was when I went with my family to look at the stars.
Oh, wie schön.
Huh? Stars?
On my birthday, my father told me a star would shine especially bright. I watched it with my mother and father. That time spent together was the greatest gift I have ever received. My parents are such busy people. I rarely saw them as a child.
Ah ja, das ist so die typische Geschichte von Kindern von reichen Eltern.
Oh? Is something wrong?
After asking so many petty questions, I feel real ashamed of myself. Even if you are rich, you're still you.
Ja,
I am myself? That is true, I suppose. But Yuma, what sort of person do you think I am?
What do I think of Fubuki? Well, that's simple.
dumm, reich, ehrlich.
You're honest. You may be rich and ditzy, among other things,
Unter vielen anderen Dingen.
but the foundation of who you are is your honesty.
Well, I'm not sure I would say I am honest myself, but it makes me happy to hear you say it.
Ja, ist doch gut.
You're honest. Otherwise, you wouldn't have said the time spent stargazing with your parents was your favorite gift.
Oh, that reminds me. After we looked at the star, my father purchased it for me. I am unsure how expensive that may have been, but I am certain that is the biggest gift I have ever received.
Das war garantiert sehr, sehr teuer. Ja, das ist jetzt unangenehm.
Considering how honestly surprised I am by all this, I must have been a lowly commoner before losing my memories.
Master, you and Fubuki seem to have grown even closer.
Ja, nieder mit den Geringverdienern.
Thank you so much for spending time with me today. That was a splendid adventure.
That's a little much. We were just out for a walk.
Kann je nach Definition auch ein Abenteuer sein.
Nonsense. Even if this was an ordinary walk for you, it was a proper adventure for me. This was also my first time using a vending machine and witnessing stray mice.
Oh, Mäuse sind so süß.
I see.
Allerdings, wenn man sie ungewollt irgendwie im Haus hat, findet man sie nicht mehr so toll. Und das verstehe ich auch.
Fubuki really has lived a sheltered life. Even everyday things are exciting for her.
Oh, das ist so süß. Wie so ein kleines Kind.
I wonder if all her so-called adventures are like this.
Fubuki, you said you're an adventure detective, right? What kind of adventures have you gone on?
Do you mean what they were like?
Yeah. Would you mind sharing any that left a strong impression on you?
Well, the major one was the first time I explored what is known as a supermarket.
Aufregend.
No, it is far too early for you to appear bored already. Did you know? These supermarkets have hundreds, even thousands of different items lining their shelves.
Nein.
And yet all
Doch,
the employees there appear to know exactly where each one is located. I cannot begin to imagine the sort of training they had to undertake to obtain such a skill.
Naja, wenn man länger da arbeitet, merkt man sich das mit der Zeit, glaube ich, einfach.
Based on my findings, I suspect that supermarket employees have abnormally developed sections of their brains. Well, is that not exciting?
Sorry. I don't think supermarkets are exciting at all.
Ich auch nicht. Höchstens nervig.
I see. I knew it! What about this? One time, I was undercover while investigating a tribe of nudists in the Amazon when they saw through my disguise.
What? That really happened?
Of course. Is something wrong?
Ja, so alltägliche Sachen, die man halt mal macht.
Nothing. It just surprised me. That sounds like a real adventure.
I see. So that is what an adventure is to you, Yuma. How educational.
Wait, you were undercover in a nudist tribe and got caught?
Wie kann man in dem Zusammenhang jetzt auffliegen? Der Unterwäsche. Ging es dir gut?
Were you all right? Were you in any danger?
I was fine. The nudists were kind-hearted. Even though they caught me, they treated me very well.
Aw.
They said that even if I was investigating them, displaying our naked bodies to one another meant we were all family.
Naked bodies? How nice of them.
No. Wenn Yuma was peinlich ist, das ist so niedlich.
Fubuki really thinks a trip to the supermarket and visiting a naked tribe in the Amazon are on the same level. Everything about her makes zero sense to me.
Yep.
Master, you and Fubuki seem to have grown even closer.
Aber irgendwie schon sympathisch. Wofür braucht man eigentlich eine wasserdichte Mütze? Also wasserabweisend, ja, aber eine Mütze ist ja eh nicht geschlossen, also kommt doch eh irgendwann Feuchtigkeit rein.
I've always wanted to ask you.
Yes, what is it? I would tell you anything, Yuma. Even the password to my bank account.
Nein, gib's lieber nicht raus.
No, I don't need your password. It's nothing like that. I'd like to know more about the Clockford family. You've mentioned them before, but I still don't quite get it.
I see. So you wish to learn more about my family. I do not mind. I will tell you everything I know. But first, how much do you already know about them?
Nicht viel.
What I know about your family is...
Verwalten den Zeitstandard der Welt, überwachen alle Längen und Breitengrade der Welt, verwalten die offizielle Geschichte der Gesamtwelt. Na, verwalten den Zeitstandard, logischerweise.
They're in charge of keeping the world's standard for time.
Yes, that is a correct assessment.
What does that entail anyway? I can barely comprehend something on such a scale.
How should I explain it? For example, it is exactly like deciding to call an apple an apple. Does that make it easier to understand?
Nein.
No, now I'm even more confused.
Oh, really? Let me try to explain it another way then. To manage the world's standard of time means we manage what year, what month, what day, what minute, and what second it currently is on Earth.
Aha, aber bei Millisekunde hört's auf, oder was? Das nicht mehr.
As an extreme example, so long as the Clockford family dictates it, we could live the day 10 years ahead or back.
Hi, willkommen im Stream. Und danke fürs Followen. Und da soll noch mal einer sagen, Zeitreisen sind nicht möglich.
That's quite a powerful privilege to have.
Ja, könnte ich nachher machen. Aber ich spiele erstmal.
Indeed. It means we could make everyone in the world grow older or younger. Although they are just numbers on paper.
That's incredible. I can barely follow along.
Yep.
Wouldn't it be possible to mess up the whole world by abusing such power?
Naja, Machtmissbrauch kann zu viel im Chaos führen,
Indeed.
würde ich sagen.
We could tear it apart, chew it up, and spit it right out.
Warum machen wir das denn nicht? Warum machen sie es dann nicht?
But the Cluckford family would not do such a thing.
Are you sure about that?
We protect the world's time to ensure that never happens.
Protecting the world's time. Sounds like a daunting challenge.
Yes, it is indeed a heavy responsibility for my family, if I do say so myself. Even 100 elephants would be considered lighter.
Your family is tasked with such an important responsibility. I'm surprised they let their daughter join the WDO. Even if it's to help you learn more about society, it's far too dangerous.
Yep.
Yes, you are right about that. Although I have not been told officially, my parents do consider me the next head of the family. Permitting the successor to join the WDO would certainly be nothing short of insanity.
Oh, so you think so too?
I do. But alas, I had no choice. You know how I can be a bit of an airhead at times?
Ja. Nicht nur ein bisschen verpeilt.
She's an airhead all the time.
Yep.
Yeah, maybe from time to time.
Manchmal, ganz selten.
And they said they could not entrust the world's time to a daughter who is so ignorant. They would rather send me to the outside world to survive on my own than keep me blind to reality. Which is why my parents made the difficult decision of enrolling me in the WDO.
Wow.
It was to be expected.
Das ist aber eine ziemlich extreme Entscheidung.
The continuation of the Clockford family is more important to the world than my own life.
She said it so casually. I'm sure Fubuki has experienced so much as the daughter of the Clockford family. She must have been exposed to many things regular people couldn't even imagine.
Yep. Und dafür Sachen, die sonst alltäglich sind, eben nicht erlebt.
Still, my mother and father were right.
What?
I learned numerous things about society after joining the WDO. I have already grown far past who I once was.
Kommt mir aber nicht so vor.
Compared to who I was before I joined, I am a completely new person now.
It terrifies me to think she was even more airheaded than she is now.
Master, you and Fubuki seem to have grown even closer.
Oh. Fubuki ist ganz sympathisch, finde ich.
I am sorry to have called you here, Yuma.
It's okay. What's wrong? You said you wanted to talk.
Das hier ist der Uhrturm, glaube ich. Ja.
Well, about that, perhaps, maybe... Yuma, I believe I may be in love with you, romantically.
Okay, das kam jetzt aus dem Nichts.
Huh?
What?
Oh, did you not hear me? Then I shall say it again.
Er ist so verlegen, dass sogar seine Hand sich durch seinen Hut glitscht.
I may be in love with you romantically, Yuma.
What?
What? Whenever I think of you, my heart feels warm and fuzzy, yet so anguished as well. I thought maybe this is the romantic feeling that people keep talking about.
That's impossible! Totally impossible! There must be some confusion. Maybe your mind is playing tricks on you. Someone as attractive as you would never fall for someone like me.
Warum nicht?
Oh, do you really think so? I find you quite an attractive man, Yuma.
I can't believe you think that.
Hey! Quit being all happy about it!
Well, I did not bring you here today to confess these feelings to you.
Nein.
Rather, if these truly are romantic feelings, I wish to thank you for them.
Huh? Thank me?
To tell you the truth, I have never had romantic feelings for anyone until now. I have had an arranged fiancé ever since I was little.
Oh, wie toll.
Due to that, I subconsciously kept myself from falling for anyone. Although I yearned for those feelings of love, I knew I must not harbor them.
Aber geht das denn so einfach? Ich glaube, wenn man sich in jemanden verlieben soll, dann kann man das nicht verhindern.
I worried I would never fall in love. I have always felt such disappointment in myself because of it. But now, I have fallen for you and can experience what it is like. So, I wish to thank you for helping me learn what romance is. That is all. I just wanted to give my thanks.
Oh, in that case, I'm glad I could help. I guess? But wait, don't you have a fiancé? Having feelings for someone else is just going to end up making you sad.
Not at all. I have decided to talk to my father about turning down my arranged marriage.
Really? Are you sure? After all, wasn't that decided by the Clockford family?
Of course, it is vital to defend our family traditions and to obey my parents. All my life, I have lived with that as my highest priority.
Ja, aus offensichtlichen Gründen. Und wieso ist das jetzt anders?
But now, I have decided to forge my own future. I have been thinking about it ever since I started working with you all at the agency.
I see. She's choosing her own future. I'm glad she can look at it that way. I'm happy for her.
Yay.
Even still, I think you may be mistaken about your feelings for me.
Are you sure? It is true I have zero experience with romance, so I cannot say for certain. Well then, how about this? Once I am able to confirm with certainty that my feelings are romantic in nature, then, at that moment, will you hear my confession once more?
Oh. Ich weiß nicht, was ich sagen soll. Auch wenn du sie mir jetzt gestehst. weiß nicht, was ich sagen soll.
You don't have to wait until later. You could say it right now.
Yep. Dann haben wir es hinter uns.
Huh? What the hell did you just say?
Sorry, forget I said that. I'm so stupid. What am I saying?
Ich wüsste auch nicht, was man in der Situation sagt.
She said she confessed her feelings to me again someday. But that means... Well, if you really do have romantic feelings for me, then sure.
Thank you very much. Please, consider your response for when I next confess my love for you.
Would that mean I'd become the heir to the Clockford legacy?
Ja, vielleicht solltest du es dir überlegen, ob du nicht doch einwilligst.
No way, it has to be a misunderstanding. It has to be, right?
Master, you and Fubuki have forged the ultimate bond together. Good for you, Master. I'm happy for you.
Yay!